Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more integration by trig substitution. I'm going to do one more in this video, and then I'm going to do a hard one in another video. So in the last video, we sort of determined that okay, so now I'm not going to do this one in this video, but I'm going to give you a really big hint. Think about that one. Y equals tangent inverse of x. What's the derivative of that? And then once you know the derivative of that, you're going to know how to go through this method on that result to get you back to, you'll know the integral of what? Okay, see how that goes? Y equals the tangent inverse of x. Dy dx equals what? The integral of that what is going to equal tan inverse of x plus c. So that's a big hint. Okay, so let's look at a different one. And I want to split this into two fractions. And then I want to go to my triangle. And I want to say, well, here I've got square root of x squared minus 4. Well, that's going to be a side because of the minus. There's a minus there, so I put it as a side. And then here I'm going to have x. Here I'm going to have 2. So I've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or I've got b squared equals c squared minus a squared, or I've got b equals square root of c squared minus a squared. So I've got so here if I've got b, so this is my b, this is my a, and this is my c. So b equals the square root of x squared minus 2 squared. So c is going to be x, and a is going to be 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a bunch of different relationships, call that u. And I want the simplest relationship relating u and x. So in this case, I'm going to say that cosecant u is equal to x over 2, or x is equal to 2 cosecant u. Cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite. Hypotenuse over opposite is cosecant. Then I can do a couple things here. I can say u equals cosecant inverse of x over 2, and I can say dx is equal to negative 2 cosecant u cotangent u du. That's a fact that you should remember from somewhere. Now I'm going to look at this. My 1 over x, well, I've got a 2 over x. We'll get to 1 over x in a second. Here I've got a 2 over x, and that's going to be equal to sine u. And I've got a 2 over square root of x squared minus 4, and that's going to be equal to tangent u. And then I'm going to say, well, 1 over x is equal to 1/2 sine u, and 1 over square root of x squared minus 4 is going to be equal to 1/2 tangent u. Okay? So now let's go back here. Integral sign. 1 over x is 1/2 sine u. 1 over square root of x squared minus 4 is 1/2 tangent u. And dx is -2 cosecant u cotangent u du. Well, that 1/2 cancels that 2. That sine u cancels that cosecant u. And that tangent u cancels that cotangent u. And so I've got the integral of -1/2 du, which is going to be -1/2 u plus c. And then I've got -1/2 u is cosecant inverse of x minus 2 plus c. And there's my answer. That is equal to the integral of 1 over x square root of x squared minus 4 dx. Okay, then I'm going to come back with a more advanced